It's the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, coming at you with another quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I'm going to read that again, the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6, and we're going to read it in the NLT. It says, as a matter of fact, let's start up verse 2. It says, this is what the Yahweh of heaven's army says. The people are saying, the time has not yet come to rebuild the house of Yahweh. Then Yahweh sent this message through the prophet Haggai. Why are you living in luxurious houses, while my house lies in ruins? This is what Yahweh of heaven's army says. Look at what's happening to you. Okay, because they were supposed to go rebuild the temple, while their houses was established, the house of the Lord wasn't. So this is what this is being mentioned. Verse 6, it says, you have planted much, but harvest little. You eat, but you are not satisfied. You drink, but are still thirsty. You put on clothes, but cannot keep warm. Your wages disappear as though you were putting them into pockets filled with holes. This is what Yahweh of heaven's army says. Look at what's happening unto you. Now go up into the hills, bring down timber, and rebuild my house. Then I will take pleasure in it and be honored, says Yahweh. Okay, but the point that I really wanted to touch on is when you look at today, especially for the Israelites in the society, and more than just the Israelites, because the elites have put the clamps down on the world. Okay, as you can see, everything is happening, inflation. Okay, him trying to crush the middle class to it so it can just be the rich and the poor. But specifically, just talking, about the Israelites, us, and the curses and the things that we're dealing with. As we are no longer the head, we have become the tail. We have become subject to payments. And I'll get that briefly. We work. Everything we work, all the overtime that we put in, all the labor that we do. We work for it to go right back out the door. Okay, so this is what this is going into when it says your pockets are basically filled with holes, because as you're getting it's leaving from you instantly, even before you get your check. Okay, however you may get it, you already calculating of what is being taken out, and that's about 80% of your check, sometimes 90%, depending on how you got your bills set up. Okay. But yeah, we're doing all this labor, we're doing all this working, just to give it out. You see, and that's part of the curses that we got to deal with. Let's get this, because the Lord said this will be happening to us. Subject to it's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 verse 8, it says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse. So what you Israelites got to understand is, for our disobedience, for our rebellion against Yahweh, our power, okay, we were scattered into all the different nations across the earth, Israelites everywhere, literally dwelling amongst all the nations. Okay, and we have been for a reproach and a curse. You see, when you see the state of our people around the four corners of the earth, all right, you can tell that something is going on with these people, that they are going through something that is higher than what they can even think of. Okay, the state of the people, the mindset of the people. Even though we are, dominant, and we're, as the scripture say, we are the salt of the earth, and we are the entertainment or the salt of the world, right? Or salt of the earth. We are the entertainment of the society in every aspect you can think of, whether it's singing, dancing, sports, whatever you could think of. We are the dominant, because we are the greater people. But as a people, we are a people that is spiritually through. Why? Because we went astray from our power. All right. So with that being with this being done, we are a through nation. Okay. So verse 8 again, and behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, and for a reproach and for a curse, and to be subject to payment according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So we are subject to payments. Okay? We are subject to payments. You see? This is captivity for us. And the majority of the Israelites are in a state of, whether it's living two or three paychecks away from, being through, meaning put out on the streets, not having enough to feed their children, yada yada yada. Okay? And not saying like the people of the other world have not been put in this lower state now as well. Okay, because they have been, due to all the different shit that's occurring, but Jake been going through this. And I'm talking about the majority. Jake been going through this. Okay? Finding a way, making something out of nothing. Because we are strong people like that. But the fact is that we are in captivity and we are subject to payments. Everything that we do, all the labor that we do, there is no, there's no a major benefit for us for doing these things. Okay, like we continue, like we build up these $1 million or $1 billion corporations. We don't get no kickback from these things. You see? Let's get matter of fact, I found one in Deuteronomy 28. All right, so Deuteronomy 28 verse. Let's see which one I want to get. Let's read verse 29. It says, and thou shalt grow by noonday as the blind groweth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And see, don't think it's because you see Jake in the entertainment industry prospering and say, yeah, you see, we as a people prospering. No, we are, as a people as a whole, we are not prospering. Even though you got thousands of Jakes that may be entertaining the world, as E have set them up to do. But when you look at the different things they have to do to get these positions and maintain these positions, they have to be a influence on Jake. I mean, an influence in a bad way. They have to. It always leads to, may not start off that way, but it always leads to, they have to do something to influence Jake in the wrong way to maintain that position. Okay, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of things that go on the in the dark. Okay, behind closed doors, which people don't know about, that these Jakes put themselves into, where they sell their souls. You see, and they corrupt themselves, and with their influence, with their power and influence, they help corrupt their people. All right, so it's for a reason, that he sets our people up to do these things. Okay, so they can have a sway over the minds of the people. So it says, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. That's why majority of Jake, we don't have businesses that last as long as ease. Right? And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. You see? Let's see if I can get another one. Verse 33, it says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed all way. And this is what you see taking place. All right? We're not benefiting off the labor that we are doing. And when you think about it, Jake, Jake is the one that's keeping Babylon the Great flourishing, right? We're the ones that's dominating in this workforce as well, not just the entertainment industry, right? But the workforce. That's us, Jake. We are dominating in this. We are keeping the flow of things going, not E. You see, when you look at all the inventions that was made, Jake made all these inventions, and E took the credit of them because he's the devil, all right, and portrayed it to be like himself, like he's this wise individual. But no, this was Jake. Jake came up with the concept, the ideas, all these different inventions, and who benefited off of it? Esau, Edom. But prophecy said this would happen. Okay. That we wouldn't, the things that we put out, we wouldn't get no acknowledgement from it. And I forget what that scripture is. It might be in the book of James. All right. Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see, and pissed. You be vexed, you be pissed off, and just to see how he's not in trouble as other men. And it's like, yo, like this devil walk around the earth, as he's Billy Badass, like he really labors and does all this, and he ain't nothing but a piece of shit that have stole everything that he has, and then try to make a scene or portray himself to the world as he's this hard worker, as if he got it out the mud, as if he had to survive. Meanwhile, when you look at a lot of these Edomites and their businesses, that shit was passed down. That shit was passed down. They inherited all that shit. They ain't work hard for it. You see? James chapter 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And this is what we telling. Hey, this is what we telling Edom. We saying, rejoice, O daughters of Edom. You see? Miles on rejoice, because your days is numbered. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Yeah, because everything he got and his gain was by deception, was by bloodshed, was by lies, thievery, robbery. That's why scripture say, woe to the bloody city is full of lies and robbery, man. Verse 3, your gold and your silver is canker, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. And the cries of them which have reaped to enter into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Oh, yeah. You see? And that's us. That's us. Right? Verse 5 says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth resist you. Be patient, therefore, brethren. This is speaking unto us, right? Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. And that's what we waiting. Okay? It talks about the patience and the faith of the saints. He who have the ear, let him hear. He who killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right? Verse going back, it says, behold, the husbandman waited for his precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he receives the early and latter rain. Be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So yeah, so all these different things that we have to endure, all these different things that we have to see, we got to take it on the chin. Okay? Because these things was prophesied to happen. These things was prophesied that we will be seeing these things. What's going on, brothers?
What's up, family? How you doing?
Doing all right.
Good.
That we would see these things. Okay, that we will be going through these things. But you know what? It's a beautiful thing that we know what's coming to eat for all the rape, robbery, and destruction that he have did to the planet, the blasphemy that he did against the Lord, the destruction and the number that he did on our people. It's a beautiful thing to know that the big payback is coming, man. And the hell that we're enduring, the hell that we're enduring, the pain that we're suffering through this devil, we just know he about to get it on the back end, So that was just a quick hit through the spirit. Lord willing, hope it's edifying. Until next time, I want to say shalom.